Go up to the chat if they show up wherever. Good to see if anyone shows up. Hey there, Bob. How's it going? You should have been able to start as a speaker. I thought I did as a speaker. I wanted to make you a speaker because I didn't want to have to make people speakers. I wanted to just be able to. There we go. To let them just come in and speak. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got to get over to that. We'll go there. We'll go this window. Right. That's what I got to do. I gotta get dogs.
Get back here. You have time to play. You have time to wrestle and play. Come on. You had your time to wrestle and play.
Oh. All right. I hope we can do this. Inviting people to speak. I think the last time I did a space, I had the exact same problems. Let's see here. Yes, approve. There we go. All right, well, one person got in. What's that? Oh. Oh, so you can't hear me. You can't hear me. Okay. I might have to restart the space here. Here, I'll try again. Yes, and fine here, everyone. 3, see. It switches back to only people I can invite to speak. I hate this. I really don't like spaces sometimes. I can't. Okay, well, anyone that can hear, here. Um, we're trying to do a space on X, so I'm trying to do this combined as a space on X, so that others can interact as well. I had a couple people come in, but then they can't hear me. And then I had someone who could hear me, but I couldn't hear them. So that's why I wanted to do this as a trial run, because I don't want to do this on Thursday during the live stream. I want the live stream to actually work. So I want to figure out what we can, let's use today to work out the kinks of doing something like this. Because I really think this would be a great way to do a stream, because then we can have, let's see here. Okay. I'm guessing that means that you can hear me, Pritcham. Pritcham. Let's see if I can make you a speaker. Oh, you are a speaker. Good. Can you say something then? Because hopefully that means, I can hear you, Bob. Good. I can hear you. This happened last time with spaces too. The first space, just nothing worked. So I had to restart it again. Yeah. Yes, I saw your video. Well, that's weird because when it comes in, it says you're a listener though. So yeah, I make the choice to say everyone can speak when they come in, and then as soon as I hit the thing, it goes back to only people you invite to speak. I'm going, so did it only invite, or did that just shift back because of something else? So I don't know. Yes, and I even heard myself. Right. Yeah, doing all right, yeah, just had. Mm. Oh, I still have the same amount of coffee. It's just, yeah, it is good. I mean, I will say that much. I do like it. It's very, very flavorful, very creamy and all that. Of course, I put a lot of milk with mine. I always have. I can't really have a lot of sugar. Well, I can't have sugar, so I'm diabetic. But milk has sugar in it. So, and it's very flavorful. So it gives me a little bit of sugar. That way, there's some flavor. Oh, it does. Yes, it does. It gives it a very good taste, actually. So no. I'm trying to get everything there because I planned to start at 2, and then the wife, we found out not long ago that a friend of ours passed away. Actually, no, actually, right before we moved here, she kind of lost touch with him and things like that. And we went to go look him up, and she just talked to his parents today, actually. And so it kind of got her into a mood of reminiscing and talking. So we talked for a little bit longer than I thought we would. Normally, even when we talk a lot, we're done by about 1:30 my time, and so I got time to come out here and get ready and all that. And so I looked, and it was 2:45, and I went, "Oh my gosh, we we talked for way longer than we normally do." Yes, yes, of course, right. So yeah, that was why I was late. It wasn't anything else. It was just, yeah, it was just one of those things that she got to talking about stuff, and I it's something we've shared, so it's a lot of history that we've shared. So yeah, we just kept doing that. We talked about that for a while. Now what now? I'm at 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. right now. Yes, thank you. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do. No, no, I didn't hear. I see Joey over here giving. Yeah, yeah, it is. Ah, there we go. Now we can. Here, let me see. Here, I will. I'm doing good. I'm actually inviting the other person in the space here to speak, just so we can all be speakers. But yeah, I'm doing really well. Yeah, just like I said, today's really kind of a trial run of what I'm planning to do on Thursday. That's the goal, at least. The goal is to try and do this on Thursday, so that I can start having a more interactive space. Kind of showcase what I'm doing, but then people can ask questions. Because I get messages on there, but I don't get a lot. And I feel, because sometimes people do ask me questions afterwards, I feel that maybe it's one of those things that it's just too complicated, or just too much to type it out and all that. And maybe it'd be easier if we could just have a chat where they could just pop in and say, "Hey, what about this? What about that?" And so that was kind of the idea. So to see if we can, if yeah, you did. That's right. Hmm. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah. I'm wondering if LinkedIn has an issue with getting here, because I used to. I had a guy that would join on LinkedIn, and I would see all his messages, and I'd go back to check, and they were and I'd gotten them all, and then suddenly somewhere along the way LinkedIn just kind of went, and the last time I got your very first one, and then I didn't get any others, and so I was going, I really don't know. I really have no idea. Hang on, got it. No, no, no. I had to go. I went to. I saw it come across in my LinkedIn thing where it popped up and said you have some messages on a post, and I went, well, that has to be a live stream. Yeah. So right, right, right. And so then I go in there, I see it, I'm like, well, I saw this one, but all of those there, I didn't see a single one of them. So I got your very first one. Yeah. I was Yeah. Hang on. I got to get a dog. He's barking. Here. No, 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 no. Over here. Over here. There we go. Ah, down. Sorry. Keep going. Yeah. Oh, merge stack. Okay, merge stack. There you go. That's it. And being your last year. Yes, I know. I know. To only right. If only. That's right. Isn't that how it always is, though? You gain the experience, but you gain it with the age. So here's where we were, and here's what I was trying to get at. Here's what I imported last time. I know it doesn't look very great from here, but I'm trying to get this down below here. I think I'm screen sharing now. Yes, I am. Good. Well, you guys can. You can also join the inner the I, now can't now that thing, there's the question. Can you join both of them? Can you be on the space for sound and can you be on the that's because that's what I'm wondering. Oh well, I mean you could also go to like YouTube or somewhere else for the video part. Huh. Yeah. There. Here, let me go ahead and can I make this larger? No, I can't. Okay, here we go. One. Okay. Okay, ready? Really behind? Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be bad. Let's see here. Here I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. Okay, now maybe you can see a little bit better. So we ready? You ready? Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Wow. Wow. I went full screen a while ago. Wow. That was my worry too, is how much of a delay is there between the actual video versus the space? Because you'll be hearing almost live in the space because we're sitting here just pretty much talking to each other. And so I'm gonna be doing something and you're gonna see it 15, 20 seconds later and then go, what did you just do there? Yes. Yes, and they don't have any way of bringing it into here, which is what I wanted. I was hoping maybe there was some way to say, "Can I connect to the space and have it?" Mm, I could hang on. This thing has a yeah, this thing has okay, so I've got my phone here and the little standing desk has a little thing that would hold the phone. I'm wondering I might have to retry that a little bit later and just run like a test trial of a video space. How mm, right, or even that would work. Right, and that's where I need to get to is using OBS. That's where I need to get to, but yeah, it's a mm. No, no, I would set up OBS to do it myself. I would have to set up the RTMP. Why can't I never remember the exact initials for that thing? But yeah, the RTMP connection myself because you can set it up in Media Studio. So in X, you can set up Media Studio, and it has an RTMP address and all that I'm assuming you could hook up to. Oh, so OBS doesn't. So honestly, I want it to be all X. That's what I'd like to be, but I would because honestly, most of the people here. Let me see. Restream's telling me right now. Let me click. 21 people. Everyone is from X. All the people watching me in the stream right now are all from X. So this is the majority of. No, no, no. It only shows views. So if someone pops in, now sometimes it actually does go live, and sometimes because when I was doing it on Thursday, I would see a couple of them join, a couple of them fall off, a couple of them join, a couple of them fall off, and then sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just sits there and it just counts the views. So if we've got 3 or 4 people who stayed, and a person that came in and left, it just keeps adding those up, adding those up. But then sometimes it does do it live because last time it definitely was live because I would see it jump a couple and then go down a couple. So yeah, yes, yes, that's the problem. That's the problem. See, I'd love to have it because, like I said, the vast majority of people that follow me and that come to my streams are from X. I get like one from YouTube every once in a while and one from Twitch, and I think you're the one from Twitch most of the time. Right, right. So exactly, yeah, I do. Well, yeah, and I actually took Twitch off there because honestly, like I said, you're the only person that's coming on Twitch for the most part. I don't think I've even had anyone show up from Twitch. I do get a YouTuber every once in a while to show up and to make comments and stuff like that. Um, I was getting a little bit of stuff from LinkedIn, and I do have quite a big network over there. I got like 14,000 connections over there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. I right. No, it's not bad. I could pop it up like this, and then have the reverse camera, or I could just pop it around and just hope I can see the. Yeah, I can. I can. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. So yeah, because I could do that and then just kind of look at it on the screen. So I could try that for Thursday. Actually, I'll probably give it a try tonight too. Just yeah. I'll give it a try. I really will. I mean, like I said, I'm trying everything right now. I'm trying to figure out what's working what's working and all those kinds of things. I like I said, the vast majority of people here. Well, there we go. I got one person from LinkedIn or from YouTube right now. He asked, "What is this here?" I'm going to tell him. Let's see. Right, right, right. I agree. Yeah. And Twitch is a lot more about video games, so I think that's what a lot of people I think a lot of people who would kind of pop in on Twitch, I think they pop in thinking they're gonna be watching someone play a video game or something. But and then they would see it and they go, "What is this?" No, I don't have an Instagram account. I'm gonna reach. Hmm. Yeah, how are you doing? Maybe, maybe. Yeah. Well, then there is one more thing though. So if I do it all on my phone, basically the microphone and everything I bought was is kind of for naught. I have to go back to using AirPods to connect to my phone. Right. No. Yeah. Well, also I know that supposedly the latest version of Mac OS also has a lot more integration with the iPhone. So if that's the case, uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely try that. I can change to it here. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, I'll have to. That sounds awesome. Yeah, and I've been there. Oh, I was just gonna say I've been there before. I know how it is where you know do a lot of work, create something, and then it's like cricket. It's like crickets, and you go, oh, that wasn't how I was expecting that to go. Mm. Yeah. I remember trying to do that with you, and I was having such a hard time even getting the site to work for me. I think you were having issues with uh, with different region issues at the time. Ah, I think I did. I can't be 100% sure. Yes, definitely. I will definitely jump on and help out. That's okay. Yeah, here's a big one. Um, nothing happens overnight. See, I when I first started out, I from the very beginning, as soon as I got out of college, I always wanted to do my own thing. I never really wanted to work for someone else, and I still don't. Um, but like I'm telling you, right out of college, I was trying to get my own clients. I mean, I had a job, but I was trying to get my own clients and all that. And I got a little disheartened somewhere along the way because it wasn't happening as fast as I was hoping that it would. The truth of the matter is I just didn't have the experience. So I did need to be out there doing work and having a job with someone and learning from people. And a lot of that is what came along. So, just things aren't going to just happen automatically. You're going to have to work and you're going to have to, have some hard times and things like that. And it's just part of life. You're just going to have to push through it and eventually you will get there. I mean, I'm at the point now. I've been doing this 24 years, but I would say since probably about the 15-year mark or something like that, it got to a point where things got a lot easier, where people were almost asking me to come work for them, where it doesn't take me much to go get a job. But that didn't happen overnight. That happened along a lot of experience, and it wasn't from me just sitting around and just doing one thing. I have always involved myself in a lot of things, and trying to learn, especially in technology, trying to learn as much as possible. Front end isn't the only thing I'm doing. You're watching me do 3D interactive here. 3D interactive is actually video games is what brought me into software development. It's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a video game developer, but it didn't happen that way. And actually, I'm kind of happy it didn't, because I met some video game developers on my path as an app developer, and they moved back over to app dev because the life of a video game developer is very, very hard. They don't get paid as well as we do as app developers, and they work insane hours. I've told this story before, and I'll tell it again. Um, one of the last jobs I had in Austin before I moved here to Australia was a company called Charles Schwab. Now, unless you're in the States, you probably never heard of them, but they're a big financial company in the States. And when I was working there, I happened to be working with the guy who did iOS development. But we started sitting there one time, we we're waiting for the app to compile, it's taking a couple minutes. So he starts telling me a story about how he used to work for Rockstar Games. Now, he didn't tell me which game he worked on, but I can make a guess. It probably was Grand Theft Auto 5, because that was the huge game that was coming out at that time. And he told me that he was living the dream. He was living in Los Angeles, and working for a video game company and all this stuff, working for Rockstar, and all of these great things. He says, but he never saw the outside of the office. He goes, he was chained to his desk literally 60 hours a week. It was work, 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 and he never got a chance to even have a little bit of life. And so I was like, okay, maybe being a video game developer, maybe not being a video game developer wasn't such a bad thing after all. But you've got to kind of take things as they come. You got to just realize that you're not going to have it all handed to you in one time. And you got to realize that if you want something, you've got to work at it. So I've seen a lot of people here who, oh, Brandon, I want to learn from you. And I'm more than willing to help. I'm always willing to help people who want to learn. But a lot of times what ends up happening is, and that's why I can kind of relate to Bob's story here. A lot of times what happens is these people, they really want to learn. And I think what they think is that just by being around me, by somehow being connected to me, that they're going to somehow magically gain this knowledge that I have. But the truth is, you're gonna have to gain it for yourself. That's what it's going to come from. So it's going to come from working with people who know things and can give you guidance. But you're going to have to do a lot of work yourself. So it all comes from you. In the end, you're going to have to do the work yourself, and that's what's going to get you where you are, because trying things, failing and trying again. And it's a lot of failing. There's a lot, especially when you first start out as a programmer, it's a lot of failing. You'll try and you'll fail. And I've seen this with young devs, especially at my current full-time client. They'll come to me and they'll say, Brandon, I need your help. I need you to fix this. I can't figure this out. And so I'll ask them, okay, so what have you done? They haven't done anything. Basically, they're too scared. They're too scared to try something and fail. You got to realize that failing is part of learning. And you know what? Just own up to it. When you fail, own up to it and move forward, because it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know. Some people are just absolutely afraid of failure. And if you're afraid of failure, you're probably not going to learn a whole lot. There we go. That's a really long-winded answer. Okay. Don't be afraid of failure. Try hard, realize you're going to fail, and don't be afraid of it. Just accept that that's part of the learning process. Mm. That's a good one. Mm. Yeah, I'd love to. It's good for me, and I'm sure it is for Bob too. I always say that at the end of any of my streams, if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. None of the things I do here, I'm looking to request money to do it. I'm not charging to do it, and I know Bob's helped me out a lot too. And I think there are like Bob said, there are some people who genuinely want to just help people, and That's it is rare to find. And I actually, when he was saying that, I'm like, man, that's what else I should have said, because when I was younger, I was extremely shy, very shy, um, to the point that, I mean, okay, I guess I wasn't that shy. I mean, I would say hi to people and things like that, but people had to come to me. I didn't come to them. Um, and so it's actually kind of funny, because when I moved from Kansas City to Austin, Texas, I was still that way. So I mean, that was 2006. So 2006, I was still a lot like that. But when I came to Austin, people are very, it's a completely different atmosphere, completely different type of people. See, people in Kansas City are very much, if I don't know you, I'm not talking to you. I'm not kidding. That's how people are. And it took it. What was funny is it took someone else who was living in Kansas City and working with me at the time, but had come from California, is where he'd originally lived. And he told me, he's like, man, people here are so closed up. If they don't know you, they just look at you like you're weird. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, because and he showed, he goes, watch this. So we're sitting there, and we actually were going to a friend's wedding is what we were doing, but we had 2 or 3 hours till the wedding started. So we were all kind of sitting there. We decided to go to a restaurant nearby and just have a couple drinks. And he turns around and he talks to the waitress, and he wasn't trying to flirt with her. He was just trying to be nice. Hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And just started her in a general conversation. And you should have seen the look on her face. He was right. He was 100% right. She had this look like, why are you talking to me like this? It was funny. Anyways, so I moved to Austin, and one of the first things, I'm there. We had to go get lunch somewhere, so I'm having lunch, and I'm standing in line, and there's a guy next to me, and he goes, hey bud, how's it going, blah 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 blah, and just starts a full on conversation with me, and he had no idea who I was. He didn't know me, I didn't know him. And living there and starting to see that there were people like that who just started talking, and next thing you know, you kind of get into it as well, and next thing you know, you're like, this isn't so bad. It's not so hard if you just put it in your head that there's nothing really bad going to happen. You can do this. And that's it. Being that kind of person who tries to be more personable, and it's not necessarily about winning friends and influencing people, but yeah, people like someone who feels like they're approachable, and that's where that's definitely. Mm, mm. I know someone. Hmm. Yes. Oh, I did restart it. But how do you even get a chat? Let's see here. How do you I was trying to do that from the very beginning. How do you even start a chat? I know this is only my second chat, so ah, oh well, wait a minute. It shouldn't have been deleted. I just restarted it. Yeah, here's the okay, so here it is. It says view details. So here I can. You want me to send this? Oh, there you go. You actually posted it in there. So you've already posted inside of there. It's still around. I didn't delete the chat. I just shut down. I just shut it down and just started it again. But yes, it's not this one. It made a new space. Yes. Yes. Uh, yes. Yes. I get what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Things to know. Things to know about spaces. Yeah. There. People always ask me that. No, I don't. I wish I did. I wish I had someone more that I could say that I did. I do like Francesco, and I've connected with Eddie. Actually, I follow them both. I think they both follow me as well. So yeah, if you just want to go through, want to go through my my followers, they're in there. They're probably verified. I would guess they're both verified followers, so that'd be easier to find. There'd be less people there. Yeah. Well, mine is still there too. So yours is there and mine is there as well too. But we're not. I've got my own Discord still for the open source stuff, and then I'm on your Discord, of course. No, no, I have not even heard of that. Yeah. They've got their own vanity URL. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah, it's in my profile. If you go to my pin post, inside the pin post, because I'm no longer doing links. I'm trying to keep the links to further down to try to try to boost my profile and all that. But yeah, if you go into the pin post, the first post there has all my links, and so one of them is the Discord link. There's just a link there. It should always be active. You can just click on it, and it'll automatically join you to the Discord channel. It's an open source community. Just anyone that wants to actually jump in, and currently we're working on the Bsoft components. That's what Thursday's stream is going to be about. It's going to be Bsoft components. I'm building right now the an image gallery component. That's what we're working on. So I started. I kind of talked about TypeScript and all that in the last stream, and so each stream is going to build a little bit more. So we're going to actually physically build it together. We're going to build the component together. I won't try to do too much head work. I did a little bit of work last night, but all I did is just create a couple properties, and I'll explain them. And any extra work I do, I will be explaining as I do it. So it's just one of those. It's one of those kind of things. And so yeah, just that's what I try to do, and it's trying to also promote my open source project. I'd like to get some people who want to actually participate in it, and do some work in it. I think it'd be great, and it'd help out anyone who's looking to get a little bit more experience out there and doing whatever it is. And you do React. You're a merge stack developer, and that's what we're doing. It's a React component. So this is React with TypeScript and Tailwind is pretty much what the whole technology stack is. So that's pretty much what the components are built with. So yeah, and I've had some people ask about it, and what we're doing, and can you explain this? And if you have any questions before the stream that you want me to address in the stream, just ask. I always try to address the questions in the stream that I get asked during the week. So yeah, I haven't. I actually haven't seen that. No, I mean I actually do have MetaMask. That's the one wallet I do have. But right, no. I'd have to learn. I'd have to learn more about that to explain that. I do know I do know what we're talking about here, because I've been in some discussions recently. I don't know, like, were you in that discussion? I think you were. I think you were in that. I had a space there where was it Stu who showed up? Stu showed up or something like that, and we got to talk. Well, there you are. Here you guys are. Hey, how's it going, Edwin? How's it going? Here, you guys can request to speak if you wish. I'll go ahead and I'll send you the invite. It doesn't. Not everyone seems to be able to do it. There we go. Both of you have been sent an invite. Yeah. Right. Hmm. Well, I hate to say it, but I've got to get going as well. I got dogs that need to go to the dog park. It's almost 4 o'clock my time, and I said I was gonna take them to the dog park. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Thursday at 2 p.m. my time. So, yeah, that's why I'm going to start creating the space as well, because then you can see it in your local time. So that way you know your local time. I don't have to then try to remember everyone's local time, especially when daylight saving starts happening, which I think it has for most people already. And yeah, it just gets to where it's very confusing, and you have to remember all the different who is in daylight savings time and who isn't. And because we don't do daylight savings here, we don't do it here, and neither does Western Australia, which is freaking awesome. I love not having to do daylight savings. Yes, Pratam. Yeah, I would say still go ahead and do it. I would. I'd say go ahead and do it. You never know who's going to show up and who's gonna want to listen to what you have to say. So you never know. But just take something that you do know and learn it really well, and create a tutorial on it. Put it out there. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, uh, I don't get I don't really get a lot of attention from YouTube right now myself. That's why I said I'm really trying to focus all my attention here, because I get a lot more interaction with people here. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, yeah, go out there and start doing it. I don't think that it just being, you know a young developer doing it is going to necessarily stop people, especially if you're sharing something that they can actually learn. So yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, especially if, as long as you're teaching something that's something worthwhile knowing, and yeah, you're teaching how to do something with TypeScript, with this, with that, whatever. Teaching something that you've learned, and something that would help people become better at whatever. Then yeah, I definitely think that would work out for you. That you could probably still get a following, and as long as you stay consistent with it and can continue to post, and just keep up with it. It does take time for people to start to notice you, so you just have to kind of keep at it. I mean, I've been doing live streaming for 4 months now, and only recently have I had people started to trickle in and started to actually show up to what I'm doing. So, you just have to keep going. So that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I realize at first you're probably not going to get much of anything, and I'm not saying that to try to make you feel bad. It's just the way it is. There's a lot of people doing it. So those that eventually get people to watch are the ones who keep going, who keep doing it and all of that. And just in the end, the way I look at it is this: if someone is going to come and is going to and is going to want to hire me or something like that, I could always say, and they can always say, well, what do you really know? I can always point them at my YouTube channel, because it keeps all the live streams I did. I mean, they're all there. All you have to do is go back there and just look through them, and you can see all of the stuff I've talked about, and they can sit there and they can go through all of those. And I even have started editing them, and trying to edit out the little parts where I'm talking at the front and talking at the end, and only put the teaching parts in there, and so they can actually go through and see the actual teaching portions, and go through, and they can see what I've taught about. And so, if you put a little bit of work into it like that, it can also be sort of like a resume for you as well. Yeah, yeah, and if you end up earning, then that's a positive. Yeah, I'd see it as that. Mm, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I really do have to go. I'll try ending it. I don't know if maybe I can leave it and have you guys stay on. And actually, here, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna try to make Bob like a co-host. You're off as well. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll do. All right. I'll see you guys all later. All right. All right. Thanks. Thanks, guys. We'll see you. Oh, here, we need to shut this down as well. We're going.